I guess we had the pleasure yesterday of speaking with Ed Collins and Matt Lee. Obviously, those guys were kind of thrown into the fire last week, probably a little bit earlier than you would have expected. Ed said he knew he was going to play at some point, didn't know it would be that early. He just kind of talk about both those guys filling in early and the kind of job that they did.
Man, did a great job. I mean, it just goes to show, if you're, even though you're a 2 or a 3, staying mentally locked in, knowing exactly what's going on, staying alive in the meeting room, and man, they got their opportunity and did a really, really good job, man. Real good job.
What was the moment like? Because that's the entire left side of your line. I mean, one guy goes down like, okay, and then the next guy goes down almost like a couple plays afterward. I mean, what was that moment like? Obviously you guys didn't panic.
What? It really did. I was probably on the inside maybe a little bit more shook than those guys were, but man, I really do point to the senior leadership. I thought, and Parker too, man, like Jake, Parker, and JJ, all three were as calm, like, hey, let's go, kind of. It wasn't a fake rah-rah those guys. It was just a real shoot, you're in it and let's go do this. And both those guys never blinked, man. When Ed popped in that huddle, his eyes were bright-eyed, like he was excited, like, all right, finally I get my chance. And he did a great job, and him and Matt both.
Are you excited for Matt too, because knowing how he had always dreamed about being in that position for UCF, were you excited for him for that?
Man, I was excited, except they hadn't played a whole lot of left guard yet. But he's so smart, man. I mean, he probably was only, he got a week, maybe a week and a half, and not even full reps at that spot. And he's just so intelligent and so clued in. He was able to go in there, and I mean, I was absolutely happy for him. Did a great job.
I know it's incredibly difficult for a true freshman to play early on the line. What makes Matt different? What has Matt done to put himself in position to play meaningful reps like he has?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's 3 things. 1, again, his intelligence level. He's able to learn such a high level. 2, he's got a tremendous power in his body. He's not a huge guy, but man, when he lays hands on you and when he tries to dent his shoulder into you, he can move guys. He's just a really, really powerful guy, and he plays with relentless effort and practices that way too. That showed up early in camp, and that's the reason he's been able to do what he's done at center and now some at guard too.
So what's kind of the long-term future for him? Is it center and or guard, just kind of see where it goes? Or?
It's hard for me to see past Saturday right now.
Okay.
I feel you, but probably center you would think, but who knows.
Well, Ed talked about he was on the scout team a couple weeks ago. How has he really worked himself up the depth chart, it seems?
Man, he just every day, even in the meeting room when you're not really involved, asking questions, and you fire a question at him kind of randomly, he's always got the right answer. And when there's times that he had to come over and help us, he was, just locked in and tried to fix. He'd always ask, what he could do better, and he would fix those things. And I think just staying focused and knowing that football's a long season, that at any point my shot comes, and when it is, be ready to go.
Parker Boudreaux mentioned that this was his best game of the year, that he thought it was. Mm-hmm. What did you see from Parker, and have you seen improvement as he kind of gets more comfortable being a full-time starter?
I do. I think he's settling in a little bit. It was, he's an older guy, but really his first year being a starter. There's a lot of things that you gotta let the game slow down for you when you get out there. I think it has started to slow down for him. I thought he's done a lot better job. Not leaning, kind of getting his hips up under him, maintaining blocks, playing with some body position, being able to redirect, and I think that has started to really show up for him.
What is the value of getting guys who are freshmen like that really extended playing time in meaningful situations and in pressure situations this early in their careers?
Man, I think it's probably a lot like JJ. JJ had to play early, and now he's a 4th-year senior. He's a guy that has a ton of leadership, a ton of experience, doesn't really get rattled, knows how to play the game, no matter what the look is. He'll pull a call. JJ will call whatever he wants to when he's out there in a good way, because there's always stuff you don't expect on tape, and he's calm enough to do it. And I think Matt will be the same way. He's so smart, he'll get experience now, be able to, by the time he's a junior and senior, just know the game in and out.
How much has that redshirt rule maybe kind of helped you indirectly? I don't know what your plan was with Matt. You got him in some early games. I don't know if you knew early in the year, maybe we're going to play him in 4, maybe or not. But the fact that he was able to get in, and at least at that point, he didn't have to worry about, he played and he can't redshirt anymore. Does that help in a situation like that?
There's no question, man. It one, prepares them for later in the season if you get to a situation like happened Saturday, and 2, if they're not ready, at least you find out. And for him, for sure, getting to play as much as he did early, I think absolutely helped him Saturday.
There's been a lot of talk recently about the penalties, pre-snap, post-snap. For the offensive line, I know you guys had at least one false start, maybe two in that last game, but what needs to change to cut down on those sort of pre-snap mental mistakes?
I think just focus, just knowing when defense is going to talk, if there's a motion or something like that, having be included into it. Just the little details of the game, just, training on the quarterback's voice and not hearing anything else outside of it.
What do you know about Temple on Saturday? Are you kind of maybe expecting the unexpected? It seems like every week someone tries to throw something different at you.
Yeah, I mean, we always expect the unexpected. We'll, practice some of their base looks, but always do stuff that's, we've seen in the past, and, they're really good, man. Got a good defensive line, so be a great challenge.
That's great.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
sir.
Coach.
Thank you very
Enjoyed it.
much.
Thank you.